Day 1 of DC crime crackdown. 23 arrested. On day 1 of the federal crackdown in Washington, D.C., the city turned into a live episode of Law & Order, Everybody Going to Jail unit. 23 people got picked up before they could even finish their carry-out wings. The White House bragged they brought out about 850 officers and agents. That's not a task force. That's half the crowd at a go-go show. They wasn't just policing, they was deep like they was about to drop a mixtape. The mission? Guns, drugs, violent crime, reckless drivers, and anything else that even looked illegal. Basically, if you sneezed wrong in Southeast, somebody was asking for your ID. Now let's talk charges. We had a little bit of everything. Homicide, firearms offenses, drugs with intent to distribute, reckless driving, DUI, even stalking. Bro, who gets arrested for stalking on the first day of a crackdown? That's like signing up for a gym membership and pulling a hamstring in the parking lot. And 6 illegal guns got snatched. 6. That sound like progress, but when you brought out 850 cops, that's less than 1 gun per 100 officers. Somebody somewhere gotta be like, yo, we doing all this work for a 6-pack? But it didn't stop there. The president went full dramatic, invoking Section 740 of the DC Home Rule Act translation. He snatched control of the DC police like somebody taking back the accord at the party. Then he dropped the National Guard into the mix. Now you got Humvees parked next to mumbo sauce spots. Imagine trying to get a half smoke with chili, and there's a tank blocking the line. The president called it Liberation Day. Man, liberation from what? DC ain't get liberated. DC just got grounded. 23 people in cuffs, 6 guns gone, and half the city looking over their shoulder like the Wi-Fi just went out. But here's where it gets messy. Yeah, some folks deserved it, real charges, serious cases. But reports also said a lot of arrests were small potatoes. Misdemeanors, petty stuff, pretext stops. Like, you mean to tell me you rolled out the army for a dude with expired tags? That ain't no crackdown. That's a traffic stop with extra seasoning. Local leaders, they split like Jordans on the metro escalator. Some saying, yes, the city needs this, crime's out of control. Others saying, nah, this is just a big political stunt. Meanwhile, regular people just trying to get home from work without getting frisked for jaywalking. So the first night ended with 23 arrests, 6 guns off the street, and about 1 million unanswered questions. Is this really about making the city safer? Or is it about flexing power? All we know is if day 1 looked like this, by the weekend DC gonna feel like roll call at Lorton Correctional. And that's the punchline. The crackdown came in hot. But it might burn the whole city if they don't balance safety with some actual common sense.